Hey everyone, Caleb with the Antique Book Collective, and today I'm getting to you guys with something that we might not all want to talk about very much, but it is something that we have to talk about as eBay sellers, and that's fraud claims, and more importantly, how to avoid fraud claims on eBay. This pro tip that I have personally is take pictures. So I know it's not the end all be all of all the tips out there, the best tips out there, all that sort of stuff, but it is a really important tip that you will want to definitely take me up on. And the reason for that is because sometimes you will have buyers that say, "Oh, I didn't receive this. Oh, this didn't happen. Oh, this. Oh, this. Oh, this. Oh, you never sent it. Oh, da 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 da." And admittedly, a lot of these are things that are just going to be able to be disproved anyways, just from an entire look, I created the tracking, it got sent, and it says it got delivered at your house. And that is one thing that's really important, guys, is have tracking available on every single item. I know that's not the tip that this is all about, but it is a very important tip. But again, have tracking on everything so then you can actually prove, yeah, it actually did get to your house. You're trying to be a mean person, so please don't do that. But the thing is, eBay, yes, they do definitely side with buyers. A lot of the times they will refund buyers. But if those buyers leave bad reviews on you for this or this or this, and if those things are not true, you can be like, "Hey, eBay, so I have 3 pictures on my phone of me packing this item, of me dropping it off at," so for me, dropping it off at the post office or at Office Depot. I drop them off at both places, and I take pictures all the time. And I have it so when I take the pictures, I am taking the picture of the box, and on the box I have the label. I have like all the information on the label perfectly clear, and then in the background I have like the Office Depot or the post office or whatever, and be like, "So eBay, this is me dropping it off." And I know it sounds really inconvenient to do, but trust me guys, you can do it really quick. I mean, as I'm walking up to the store, just do, I grab the box, take a picture, grab the next box, take a picture. It's really easy. I know it sounds sort of inconvenient to do, but honestly, if it's saving you from getting a fraud claim for this or this, it's really worth it. And I know it's not going to get you out of every single fraud claim out there, so I'm not making any guarantees on it working 10 million% of the time, but it definitely is a step that you can take to guarantee yourself. Something else that you might want to take pictures of, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, when you're putting stuff into the boxes, like literally take pictures of these things. If you're afraid that the buyer is going to say, "Hey, I didn't receive it. Hey, it was damaged, da 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 da." You want to be able to prove, "No, this is exactly what was in the box. And when you sent me your return shipment of a brick, that's not what I sent you. I have pictures." And then eBay, if the person does anything, eBay will be able to act against them, all that sort of stuff. And while I'm talking about all that, if you do have a feeling that someone's going to leave you a bad review, and if they are threatening you or anything like that, there are a lot of things that are against eBay's terms of services for buyers. So if a buyer's threatening you with certain things, like in certain ways, eBay does have in their terms of services, at least out of the time that I'm recording this, sorry, they do have rules that do limit what buyers can threaten you with. I don't know if they allow threatening at all, but there are some things that you can definitely be like, "Hey, eBay, so this person's breaking this rule of yours right now. Can I do such and such a thing? Can we make sure that they don't leave me bad review? I've been doing this for this many years. They're brand new." That sort of stuff. You can definitely like appeal to eBay, and I highly recommend appealing to eBay with stuff. Their customer service on the phone is like the nicest people out there. I sticking love it every single time I have to ask them stuff. I mean, oftentimes I have to ask them stuff because I have something bad happening. But when it's even that, those people are so nice. And like for me, I've been doing it for a few years, so they're always like, "Oh, hey, we've seen that you've been with us for X many years. Thanks for that." And I'm like, "Oh, thanks for actually having that on your file. That's like a cool thing. It makes me feel like they actually care." And that's a pretty cool thing. So that said and done, guys, just trust me. You want to take as many pictures as you can of you dropping off your books and all that sort of stuff. Like, I know that might not scale, so if you do like 10,000 shipments in a week, maybe you're big enough that it doesn't matter. But for anyone that's like a medium fry or a small fry, it might be worth taking pictures of everything. Like, I've been doing that for quite a while. I've honestly have not had a point where I've actually had to use those photos to fight off any fraud claims or anything like that. Generally, I'm only calling up eBay and being like, "Hey, this guy threatened me with this and this and this. Can we like da 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 da?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, that's actually this and this," and they really explain it to you really well. So between just taking pictures and being really upfront with eBay and talking to eBay, you really can avoid a lot of fraud claims pretty well. And something else is eBay actually does let you take on, like, whenever you have a bad thing, you can actually be like up to like 5, and then every 1,000 good reviews you get another 5 on how many times you can be like, hey eBay, can you take this down, this is my reason, da 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 da, for when it's negative feedback or neutral feedback, I think. So that's a pretty cool thing as well. So just give me a sec right here. All right, so for me, as I was saying earlier about how I take pictures when I'm taking the stuff to the post office and whatnot, it does prove that I drop these items off. And I know that when these things are taken by USPS or whoever, they do scan in. It does say that it got scanned in. It does say it was printed. It does say all these things on the tracking. I just like to have the extra, I call it booty coverage because I'm covering my butt. I like to call it booty coverage because I don't know if USPS might lose the package. I don't know if this or this or this. So it is a nice little thing that I can do to make sure that I'm a little more covered. And yes, there will be times that we lose packages. Personally, I've never lost a package. I had one arrive late and I just refunded the buyer for that box of things because it was part of a set of 2 boxes, I believe, of books. So I ended up refunding him half for that and ended up showing up, like, his books did like 3 days later or something. So I was a little bummed that I refunded him, but like at the end of the day, I was like, I'm not going to get negative feedback over this. It's USPS's fault. It's not my fault. So I decided to just do that. And again, I did that with USPS tracking, and it looked like they had lost the package. So that's just something, total sidebar, that you guys do want to keep track of as well, is sometimes there will be packages that you want to take, keep an eye on and that sort of stuff. So this particular one took like a month to get to his place, and I've never had it take that long. So I was just not ready for it. And long story short, though, guys, like, I do think that taking pictures does definitely help you. A lot of people have had that help them in the past, and that's actually why I started doing it, was I've seen enough people that it did help. So honestly, I recommend doing that. But something I recommend, possibly even higher than that, is just be really upfront with eBay customer service, or in this case, seller service, and be like, hey, this and this is happening. Because at the end of the day, eBay, they do want to keep their buyers, but they also want to keep their sellers. So trust me, guys, it's best to like be completely honest, and it's best to be completely honest with eBay. So end of the day, take pictures, communicate, all that sort of stuff. And if you guys are doing your business well enough, you won't have many fraud claims. You might still have some. In fact, I would almost guarantee you still have some people being jerks, but it does limit how much stuff does happen. So all that said and done, I'd love for you guys to like this video or subscribe, depending on what you're into. Like, if you are into antique books and that sort of stuff, that's what my whole channel's about. So I'd love to have you subscribe. If that's the case, I'd love to have you guys on one of my other videos, or you can subscribe up there as well. And I'll see you guys in the next one.